So somehow, I'm not well. Actually, before I say that, you've started today. I think it was P19, and you've come through to finish eighth, and you've done that consistently throughout this championship so far. Like, how do you do it?
I just fight hard and yeah, fight hard. I think we have a great car, and I've been often in that position because I've been since the first race in Group 1 in qualifying, and it starts really, it is frustrating. It starts to be really frustrating to doing a good job, having a good car that can fight for podiums, for wins, and having to recoup all the time. It's entertaining for people. It's obviously this format of qualifying creates a mess and creates a lot of entertainment, but as a driver, it makes our life difficult. And I think will be one of the key in the championship to be able to, starting between 15th and 20th and still take the points.
So that's a good question about qualifying. Like, should qualifying be about the fastest man, as it should be, setting the fastest lap on the day, rather than it being altered for a show?
Well, I think that there's always been altered in the past in Formula E because it was this lottery where, last year, for example, there was four groups with 5 guys determined on the championship position. And, sometimes you would end up in Group 1, sometimes not, but you were around the guys that were around you in the championship, were in the same group as you. I thought it was quite fair. This way now, it makes, it makes our life very, very difficult.
So do you think Formula E need to maybe look at going back to a lottery system, or even back to the lottery system that we had in Season 1, Season 2, where you just picked the ball out of a hat?
I liked last year's system, personally. I thought it was fair and still produced a good show. Of course, now, like you would have asked me an hour ago out of the car and, or after quali, of course, I would have told you and I told you, like, this is, it should go back to what we had and so on. In the end, they're achieving what they're trying to achieve, which is produce an amazing show. And in the end, 7 race winners. 7 different race winners. It's great. So yes, I mean, the driver inside me is completely frustrated. But the guy that loves Formula E and was here since the beginning, of course, has to say that yes, it's which other championship in the world is so tight and you have such an amazing show.
So you're still, despite being Group 1 for as much as you have been, you're still leading the championship. So how important is just being consistent in this championship?
Very, and especially with this Group 1 situation is very, very, very tricky.
Perfect.
Very tricky, and so you have to be consistent.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Jerome.